there, it's Kevin with the Rogue Market here with today's episode of the Daily Delve, where we delve into the MTG market to look for a card that has the potential of going up in value. So for the next 5 days, I'm going to flip the script, and instead of showing you the spec card, we're going to show you the card from Foundations. It will be a commander, and we're going to go from the number 1 all the way to the number 5, and then show you the spec that I have for each of those cards. So for today, the number 1 card from Foundations, according to EDHREC, that is seeing play as a commander is Niv-Mizzet Visionary, and there is the perfect spec right now in the form of Dragon's Approach. Dragon's Approach was a match made in heaven for Niv-Mizzet because a lot of dragons these days are also working around dealing damage in the form of non-combat damage. So if we read Niv-Mizzet, whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you draw that many cards. Dragon's Approach does 3 damage to each opponent, so you're going to be drawing potentially 9 to 12 cards for each Dragon's Approach, and then when you have enough of these in the graveyard, you're going to be able to go get certain dragons out of your deck that also either amplify damage or do damage when you cast spells. There's actually a few of them that were printed in Foundation. So I'm thinking that this is going to be the route that most players are going to go when building Niv-Mizzet. And if we actually look at the price data over at TCG Player, we can see some interesting things happening here. So it does say that the market price is $227, but good luck actually filling a cart with any substantial amount of Dragon's Approaches. In fact, if we go down the data, there was 24 of them purchased at $4.21. So I'm sure this person tried to fill out a cart for as many as they needed and couldn't find, and this is the cheapest way they could get them. So these little 1 or 2 of sales are not going to be able to fulfill complete commander decks. And what I like about this spec the most is this price probably will stay a little bit stubborn here. So it's the perfect time to look in your bulk bins at your local game store or other people's collections. If you bought collections before and start pulling these Dragon's Approaches out, most people have known about this card because it has paired very well with many other commanders in the past. But I haven't think there's been a commander at this power level with Dragon's Approach that is a dragon itself, so people might go a little bit of dragon theme. They might even go a Niv-Mizzet theme because there's been so many Niv-Mizzets printed at this point that you can kind of have a Niv-Mizzet tribal commander deck. But Dragon's Approach is perfect for this deck. And the sales data doesn't lie here. It's going to start increasing in the amount sold per day. Of course, when this even hits here, 24 in one day, we're going to start seeing a lot of copies being sold for this card. So even though this is a common out of Strixhaven is old enough that commons actually can approach the $4 mark. And yeah, just take a look at these lists and see the synergy that it's having with Niv-Mizzet. And I'm thinking this all roads lead to building it this way. So speaking of Foundations, if you are looking for Foundations, we have a sale going on at Patreon. So if you're a patron of mine, you can get in on the Foundations with beginner boxes and the bundles. Unfortunately, the collector boosters are sold out. There might be a restock of them, but if you're interested, definitely come out and check our Patreon. Anyways, you can check back tomorrow for our number 2. This has been Kevin with the Rogue Market. Thanks for watching.